Ladies and gentlemen, when the 2027 comes, I'm kindly urging Kenyans to be very fair to every candidate. Every person who shall have proposed his name to become the president of this country, more especially to get Ruto out of office, we have to be very fair when you're going to decide whom you're going to settle on. Why am I saying this? As we speak today, there are so many critical activities that are going on in the country. And one of the people who is leading these critical activities, it is none other than Gachagua. Therefore, we have to be very fair to Gachagua. That is come 2027. Why are we going to be very fair to him? That is going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, kindly if this is the first time you're watching my videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm at 5,000 subscription mark and we are now heading to 6,000. I want to thank you for all of you. I want to thank all of you that have subscribed to my channel. And as we move forward, please make sure to subscribe. For those who comment on the comment section, I really enjoy because that is the best way I get to learn. That's how I get the thinking for me to do this analysis here today. Now, let me dive into the topic today. Why am I saying that the country and the citizens of Kenya have to be very fair to Rigathi Gachagua? Number one, as we speak today, he's the only man who is able to take Ruto head on and speak the truth and be able to correct the government than any other person. We used to have Raila Amolo Odinga, but we can all see where Raila Amolo Odinga is right now. He's dining with the Kenyans' enemy. So the fact remains very well as we speak today. Rigathi Gachagua is the Raila we have today. Is the man we have who can be able to tell the government, don't do this. Some of you might question, what does Rigathi Gachagua said, don't, and they have stopped it. The impeachment or the removal of Martha Koome from office. Rigathi Gachagua literally came out in Meru and said, if you ever touch Martha Koome, don't step in Meru. And that is how the issue to do with Martha Koome stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be very fair to Rigathi Gachagua. As we speak today, William Ruto's plan revolves around dealing with Rigathi Gachagua. We have to accept it. Why? Because if he manages to take over the mountain region, the fact is Rigathi Gachagua is going to decide who becomes the president, or even if it's himself. If he takes over and controls the voting patterns in the mountain, William Ruto is done. He's done. Why? He has so many people in the country who don't want him to be the president. We have the youths, you have the working class, that is the middle class, the people who pay housing levy, who pay taxes right, left and center. And we have also some other tribes which feel like this is not the person who was supposed to be the president. We have those who are disappointed and yet they are his friends. So many people want William Ruto to go home. So therefore, we have to categorically say that a united mountain against Mount Kenya, against William Ruto, is definitely a different and dangerous terrain for President William Ruto. So therefore, Rigathi Gachagua is being dealt with William Ruto each and every day. By William Ruto. William Ruto is planning for Rigathi Gachagua each and every day. After William Ruto has planned for Rigathi Gachagua to finish him in all ways, and then Rigathi Gachagua by all means he also fights back and eventually beats William Ruto. Then come 2027, when you want someone to vote for as a president, we put Rigathi Gachagua aside and bring someone else. Not logical at all. Not making sense. To me, it doesn't make any sense. If Rigathi Gachagua has come out to fight for the people of Kenya, speak against any unscrupulous means of getting money by William Ruto and his people, wastage of public funds, then let us be with him the same way we gave Raila Amolo Odinga support. Let's be with him. If you look at Rigathi Gachagua's circle, I want to look at them one by one. Let's start with Senator Richard Onyonka. This one gentleman who speaks on TV and Parliament. But of late, you can all realize that he has changed tune and he has toned it down, meaning now the pocket is full. This is a gentleman, first of all, you can't trust him. Second one, this is one man, as we speak today, has not held a single rally in Gusii region to rally the Gusii region behind Dr. Freddy Matiang'i, to rally the country behind being against William Ruto, to even just try to create any perception as far as voting out President William Ruto is concerned. He hasn't. and already has toned it down. I'm very sure in the next meeting they're going to hold with Rigathi Gachagua is going to be there as a flower girl, all just to snitch, if not snitching, or maybe just to buy time. But there's nothing significant to bring to William Ruto's table. I mean, Rigathi Gachagua's table and the others. Let us look at Murara Kebaso. He has no youths with him. He is not willing to campaign. He's not willing to have the youths around him. And he wants to go to Rigathi Gachagua. To do what? To snitch. Rigathi Gachagua, don't speak anything tangible to these people. Your plan, let it be in your mind. If the mountain wants to help us get William Ruto out of office, let the plan be in the mind of one person. If you go to Kalonzo Musyoka, he only organizes press conferences. He has not been to any other part of this country to organize for a rally. If you give him an opportunity to give any solution to this, like Rigathi Gachagua when he speaks about housing levy, he has an option and he says that Kenyans don't need this. Why? It can be done through these and these entities. So in the meantime, let this money be channeled to other things. What solution has Kalonzo Musyoka ever offered to Kenyans as far as the Kenyan problems are concerned? None, even one. He organized a a rally somewhere in Ukambani region to basically defend a corrupt governor. How is that practical? How is that necessary to the Kenyan people? Everyone can tell that in Machakos there's something wrong that is going on, except Kalonzo Musyoka. Then this is the man Rigathi Gachagua expects to live for the presidency? No way. They have nothing to bring on the table. They cannot face Ruto head on. They cannot campaign, and they are constantly telling us they want to be president. They are being around Rigathi Gachagua to be supported. At this point, Rigathi Gachagua is organizing huge interviews where he's breaking William Ruto piece by piece. And then when it comes to now deciding who becomes the president, we put him aside and bring Kalonzo Musyoka. How is that practical? As we speak today, Rigathi Gachagua said he's going to release information one by one. Some things that can even be seen by a common mwananchi that there is something wrong here. Kalonzo Musyoka and many other leaders are not speaking about, but Rigathi Gachagua is ready to bring out the information to Kenyans. Ready to be abducted, ready to be killed, ready to be silenced in all ways, ready to face the DCI just to fight for common mwananchi. Then when it comes to the presidency, we put him aside. How on earth is that practical? If you can see very well, William Ruto has taken root in every part. As Rigathi Gachagua exposed, Deviki is involved in this construction industry. Does it mean Kalonzo Musyoka does not know that? He knows. Issue of fertilizer. Does it mean Kalonzo Musyoka cannot question that? He can. But the only one that trending thing to talk about, yet Rigathi Gachagua is dealing with the tangible things for this country. With the help of course, Justin Muturi. Then now when it comes to deciding who becomes the president in this country, we put him aside. Rigathi Gachagua added a heavy demand to the government, telling the government to stop abductions or else they're going to mention the names of those people abducting Kenyans, where they're being taken, and the person in charge. And he gave one name, Abel, of course not me, someone else. And when that happened, the government toned it down. Abductions stopped until now. Kalonzo Musyoka had all the time to even mention this name, but he could not. He only used to reason just like any other Kenyan who is suffering here, who looks up to these politicians to help them. So the fact is, Rigathi Gachagua has been preparing himself to face William Ruto, to marshal up votes and bring votes, mobilize to ensure that we counter William Ruto come 2027. And as he does all that, even using his money, we realize that other leaders are seated, and when it comes to 2027, we give other leaders the presidency and put Rigathi Gachagua aside. That is where we are going to fail. That is where we are going to fail. We must have the blueprint in the leadership. If Rigathi Gachagua manages to get William Ruto out of office, is the one to be president. If he cannot, let him also come out and say, I cannot, so I need someone else. But before then, if he's able to organize the mountain region, bring the 8 million votes, now you with your 1.5, how are you going to help this country? If you listen to Gachagua, he's an administrator. Let me see in the comment section, you guys, what you think.